Hello and welcome back to These Blind Eyes 6580. Uh, Believe it or not, our new stove is still on hold. So, it'll be a while for the cooking videos yet. I know it's been a couple weeks since I've posted, but the last video that I recorded that I was gonna put up, I don't know what's going on with the editing, but it won't go in order like it's supposed to. So, may have to scrap that and start over. So today, you get the blessing of my opinion, which is a wonderful thing for you, because how else would you know how to think if I don't tell you? All right, can't do it with a straight face. Oh, man. I do not understand what the big deal is with this new Jason Aldean song, Try That in a Small Town. I really don't. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but I have to wonder if the record label itself didn't have the song pulled. I'm thinking that it's a strong possibility the song just wasn't getting the traction they thought it would, so they have it pulled, it creates all this hubbub, and then all of a sudden it goes viral. Just gotta wonder about that myself. But it's a political thing now. It isn't even about the song. I mean, I wouldn't have went and listened to the song if it hadn't been for me hearing about it so much in this big deal. I had to go see what it was about. And I think the song's crap. I think it's shitty electric guitar, and the drum sounds like a drum machine to me, not an actual drum. Obviously, I could be wrong about that. But the song just sucks, in my opinion. It sounds like a modern day version, almost a remake of Hank Jr.'s A Country Boy Can Survive. If you haven't heard that, go check it out. Tell me if I'm wrong. It just seems like a modern day version of it. And I'm kind of wondering why Jason Aldean would be singing it to begin with. He's from Macon, Georgia. Obviously, when he was born in either 76 or 77, it could have been a small town then. I don't know. But in 2019, it had a population of over 153,000 people. That's obviously not a metropolis, but it sure ain't no small town. And I come from a small town. You know, there's maybe 15,000 people in it now. Back 40 years ago, maybe 8,000, 9,000, something like that. But like I said, I just don't get it. Look at what he's saying in it. Sucker punch somebody on the sidewalk. Try that in a small town. Or carjack an old lady at a red light. Try that in a small town. He acts like, or the song, I know he's just singing it, but it's like there's no crime in small towns. Small towns are just all freaking Mayberries all across the country. That's all they are. Because obviously there's no drug use in small towns. Nobody would consider using hard drugs in small towns. Nobody's ever been murdered in small towns. People don't get in bar fights in small towns because they're just good old boys that were raised right. This guy I know, the only other blind guy in my town, he's a Vietnam vet. Poor guy. Goes to Vietnam. He's actually in the thick of it, in the jungles. Comes out. Night he gets home, goes out with his best friend, gets in a car wreck. Best friend dies, he gets blinded. So a few years ago, he's walking home from the bar and gets jumped by three punks that mug him. And why? Because he was an easy target. According to Jason Aldean's song, that kind of thing don't happen in small towns. I mean, grow up. It's just gone 100% political. If you're on the right, you're supposed to like it. If you're on the left, you're supposed to hate it. I don't understand that. Are people that used to being led by the nose that they have to make their decisions based on such things? And plus, the song's kind of contradictory in a sense. Think about what he says about the disrespecting cops and spitting in the cop's face. Try that in a small town. Then he also talks about having his gun that his granddaddy gave him, and they might take him in the big city, but try that in a small town. Well, guess what? If they come to take your guns, it's going to be the cops. So, is spitting in their face disrespectful, or are you supposed to shoot them when they come to take your guns? I just don't understand. It makes no sense. I really wish some old school rapper like Ice Cube or Ice-T would have a song about him bringing his big mouth to the city. You know, they're more creative than me. I'm sure they could come up with something better. And I guarantee it'd be 10 times better than the Jason Aldean song. It just irritates me that it's become political. Why does everything have to be political, right and left? Can people just not think for themselves anymore? I truly don't understand that. Truly don't. But like I said, the song sucks, I think. And if you're, like I said, if you're a Jason Aldean fan, fine. If you like it, fine. If you don't like it, fine. But don't be led by the nose and just choose sides because of your political affiliation. It's ridiculous. I mean, economically, I'm conservative. Socially, I'm liberal. Now, I'm not all the way to the left when it comes to social liberalism, but I'm farther left than I am right when it comes to social. I don't really care what you do. Not my business. As long as it doesn't affect me or others, I don't care. So it is what it is. Just, man, I don't understand. And, you know, there's this big deal. There's this meme going around, and I'm going to explain it more in depth than what the meme actually says. But it essentially says if you're on the right, or the people on the right boycotted Bud Light, so Anheuser-Busch lost $30 billion. People on the left boycotted this song, and it blew up, went viral. If the right would have boycotted a song and it got any kind of media attention, it would have blown up too. I mean, it's the only reason I listened to Jason Aldean's song to begin with, just to see what it was about. I would have done the same thing if a song got pulled from the quote-unquote the left. I just got a feeling that it's something about it seems staged to me, because there's nothing wrong with the song itself. I personally don't like it. If you do, cool. I just personally don't like it. Like I said, it's kind of contradictory when it comes to the cops and the gun thing. Pretty contradictory when it comes to that, but it is what it is. If you like it, listen to it. If you don't, then don't. So, if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you like the video, share the video. But I will stay active on here regardless of how long it takes to get the oven. So I've got a couple people who are anxious to start learning how to cook and checking out the videos and stuff, which is cool. So, you know, it's verbally explaining for blind people like me, but it's also it can be for anybody that's trying to learn how to cook, which we should be able to do. But regardless, I will stay active, like I said, and get back to cooking some sweet stuff that's easy to learn how to do and do for yourself when we get our new oven. So until next time, y'all take care.